Hi, everyone. Welcome to HOA Fight Club. I'm Raylene Shabano. Today is February 5th, which is the 5th-year anniversary of me settling my HOA condo lawsuit in Washington State. So it's kind of a surreal that it's been that long. It just seems like yesterday that I was in that lawsuit. And I am currently with my commercial business and, another lawsuit right now that is having some issues. So there's lots of things going on. But keep the fight going because I think that we have to have the education that is not getting across to the people of the United States that there's a huge problem with the issues of HOAs and people are losing their homes. I had a phone call today that I talked to a gentleman from Washington State. He's a senior, he's 81 years old, and his condo association just got a special assessment for a wind-driven rain damage claim that was denied by the insurance company. So this senior, who was a veteran, who is on a very limited budget, just got a $41,000 special assessment. Now, the state of Washington we're looking at mediation services and how to fund the mediation services in the state of Washington because foreclosure prevention is a big deal and we want to keep people housed. But when we don't identify what the actual problems are, that the foreclosures are what they're being caused from. So in my opinion, and I don't have a study to do this, but if a homeowner goes past due in their association, their condo association, that homeowner, if they are put into foreclosure because of their condo association, trust me, they're not paying their mortgage anymore and they're in foreclosure with their mortgage. So if the HOA forces foreclosure, most likely 99.99% of the time, you're probably going to cause that person to go into foreclosure with their mortgage because they can't afford to fight the HOA. And the HOA can do things so much faster. They can foreclose above your mortgage, they can do it faster, and they don't have to offer due process. So this 81-year-old gentleman is going to lose his home. His dying wife's last thing is going to be fighting her HOA. So why is that better for the citizens of Washington State? And I know that's the same across every state in this or in the United States. There's the same issues across every single state. And when we decide and when I say we, when the lobbyist and the professionals in the industry decides that they want your home, they're just going to get it. They just come after you with full force, full vengeance, and they don't care. This poor gentleman, 81 years old, again, I keep saying 81 because that's really key. He's a senior. He's got a wife that's disabled. They're on a fixed income. He's a veteran. Nobody will help this gentleman. The state, the Department of Commerce tells them to call me. I'm a nonprofit. I don't have I'm not an attorney. I just help people because I give them education of what their governing documents mean and what this poor gentleman, I'm telling him, you just need to go in, you need to talk to the board, you need to ask for an extension because they're going to start foreclosure process. So my only hope for this gentleman is that the HAF fund, the Homeowners Assistance Fund of Washington State, that was the federal grant that was given, will have money left in it to keep him in his home. Otherwise, I want the legislators to answer who's going to take care of this gentleman, who's going to make sure that he's okay. And I don't think any legislator has tried to fix the causes of people going into foreclosures in their associations. Nobody's looking at these disrepairs that are going on forever and ever and ever. There's no inspections, there's no oversight, there's no governance. So I know the city of Kent has a multi-housing inspection that is required for every multi-housing unit in the city, except for HOA. If you're a condo association in the city of Kent, you're exempt from those inspections. Now, HOAs have reserve studies. Condo associations have reserve studies. Those reserve studies point out the issues that are caused, what's going to wear out, what's not going to be working, what the damages are all along. So I'm sure, because Washington State has very strict laws on reserve studies, that this condo association has reserve studies pointing out these damages all along. Now, I also am sure that I'm pretty much, now I don't have this for sure, but I probably could tell you which attorney's filing that wind-driven rain lawsuit because that attorney probably was the same attorney. Justin Sudwick's is the one that's filed the Village on James Street lawsuit that was my association. Now, pretty sure that it's probably going to be his name that shows up on that because that's what he was doing in Washington State. If it wasn't him, it was somebody that was just like him. They were taking advantage of these condo associations, these boards. They get this idea that they're going to get millions of dollars in these wind-driven rain settlements with the insurance companies. And then when the insurance company denies their claims, or like in my case, there was a $6 million worth of wind-driven rain damage, but the association only covered a couple 100,000, maybe more after I left. I know when I left, it was about 250. I don't know if they got anything else or not. I do know a neighbor that still lives in my association, and he just got his special assessment, and his is very, he's added, he has another, now he has a mortgage. Now he's a senior, and he has a mortgage again of, I think it's around 1,100 to 1,800 a month, and I'm not sure of the exact amount, so I don't want to give you anything definite, but there's seniors that are suffering. It's veterans that are suffering, people that don't know the laws. Now, when we sign these contracts or covenants, there's no attorney there. We aren't required by law to have an attorney there to make sure we understand our rights, to make sure we understand what we're signing. You can just sign, you don't even sign the covenants. Half the time, they don't even give you the resale cert, so you don't even know the covenants. People sometimes don't even know there's an association when they purchase into these places, but we're so willing to take homes in with no due process and just put people into foreclosure. Now, this gentleman's home probably does have that damage. I'm sure it has that damage. But the bad part is that damage could have been prevented. But that gentleman that has those damages took all those years to cause them. This gentleman should not be the one that's responsible for repairing them within a month, within a 30-day time frame, to get his $41,000 payment in. Otherwise, they're going to lien and foreclose within the time. Now, they did offer a payment plan of $10,000 a month for 4 months. Well, can you afford $10,000 a month for 4 months? Does anybody have that kind of money laying around in their bank accounts? Because the people that do usually don't have it for, a special assessment for their HOA. Now, if you had to go put your own roof on or something, you can actually determine how fast you get that roof put on, how fast you pay for that roof, if you want to do the roof first or what. But with the HOA, they just charge you. Now, they're going to charge these people right now, but what's going to happen is those repairs are not going to happen. They could take years to happen. That person might have sold their home before that repairs even happens, and they might have ever even get the benefits of paying for those repairs. This is what's wrong with our condo association laws, is they don't hold the people that own the property right now accountable for keeping up the repairs. So they can just let it just kick the ball down the road, kick the ball down the road. And these people that get caught with the ball, that have the $8 million special assessment, like my community and this community that's got a huge special assessment, these people lose their homes in foreclosure. These attorneys will add their fees to their accounts right away. So you're going to see people that have a $41,000 special assessment. In 6 months, that special assessment will now be worth $65,000 or more, because the attorney fees are going to accumulate probably between $3,000 to $5,000 a month for the collections of those fees. So nobody's talking to this board to say, hey, what can we do to keep people in their houses? In fact, there was a mention that if anybody that contests that they will be fined for contesting the special assessments and things like that. Now, this is all hearsay and everything, but the key here is this is a senior that needs help, and we should be focusing on keeping people in their homes. Mediation Services needs $8 million this year just to stay in business, to help people in the state of Washington for the foreclosure prevention. $8 million is a lot of money. That could keep a lot of people in their homes if we manage and budget that money right. But if we don't manage it, like the $176 million that was given to us in the HAF grant, a big chunk of that money is given to the attorneys for doing this. Instead of just having a collection agency, an HOA can just have a collection agency. They don't need an attorney. The board can go sign for a lien if they have to put a lien on somebody's property. And foreclosure, then they could finally, when they get to foreclosure, they could go ask for an attorney to do this. But that's not how they do it. They go directly to the attorney. They skip all the due process. They just go in, they put a lien on you, and they foreclose as fast as they can. And the people that say that they're in foreclosure prevention are actually the ones that are foreclosing on the people. They're meeting in our meetings. They're infiltrating the stakeholders group, so they know how to fight and keep us from having mediation services and fair collection laws and the Attorney General's oversight. All of that is being denied by the professional industry because they don't want you to go to mediation. They don't want you to do anything that keeps them from profiting from your demise. So speak up to your legislators. Tell them no more. Tell them help us, keep us housed. Veterans. Adam Smith is like the United States senator that's over like all of the or House of Representatives all over the United States for Washington State. If you're a veteran, call Adam Smith and ask him how he's keeping you out of foreclosure because this gentleman has a VA home loan. So now his VA home loan is going to be destroyed. He's going to get bad credit with them. He's not going to be housed and he's going to be homeless. So I hope our sanctuary city of Seattle can help fund this senior that's going to lose his home to a special assessment because somebody kicked it down the road. Some insurance guy, attorney, took advantage of the laws for his own personal gain because he knows he'll make money. And if he doesn't make money, he's not out anything because he doesn't have to worry about the repairs. He just has to worry about putting in the claim and getting what the 1/3 that he gets from having the claim it. No skin in the game, just a time to write a letter to an insurance company. And he made millions off of the state of Washington, off the homeowners in the state of Washington. So watch out for those predatory attorneys because they're out there and they're threatening me. CAI attorneys are coming after me because they don't want me to educate you. So keep fighting, everyone, because they're coming for you. And we know that they have scammed the American homeowners, and we need to say no more. All right, you guys, I'll see you on the next one.